Good morning. Chapter 24 of the rIBHU gITA, the Song of rIBHU. Attainment of bliss by the conviction of the blissful nature. Verse 1. In this discourse I shall tell you further about the greatness of the anguishless, undivided supreme bliss of Brahman, as explained by the Lord of all the universe, Ishvara. All is the undivided, complete, perfectly full, unsurpassed, blissful Brahman alone. Be happy in the tireless understanding that that mass of bliss, the supreme Brahman, is yourself. 2. I am the ancient attachmentless bliss. I am the changeless, ceaseless bliss. I am the pinnacle that is pure bliss. I am the dualityless, non-dual bliss. I am the undivided bliss of the Supreme Shiva. I am the desireless delight of the Supreme Self. I am the bliss of the Supreme Brahman, which is immanent everywhere. Be always happy in this conviction, this bhava. 3. I am the bliss that has nothing of which to think. I am the bliss without actions or motivation. I am the bliss which exists blemishless. I am the infinite, eternal bliss. I am the supreme bliss, which is of just a single nature. I am the supreme bliss, which sparkles as the nature of awareness. I am the one supreme bliss without a second. Be ever happy in this conviction, this bhava. 4. I am the bliss that is not stained by thought. I am the bliss that has not an atom of illusion. I am the pure bliss that experiences diverse modes. I am the bliss that transcends modes. I am the divine bliss that confers satisfaction. I am the bliss that is without an atom to see. I am the undivided, perfectly full, sought-after supreme bliss. Be happy in this perpetually experienced conviction, this bhava. 5. I am the bliss that is imperishable and undecaying. I am the bliss that is the goal of the undivided state. I am the supreme bliss, which is the faultless knowledge. I am the bliss which is the supreme reality. I am the bliss which is the wordless silence. I am the supreme bliss, which is the delusionless liberation. I am the ceaseless, infinite, perfectly full, supreme bliss. Be happy in such firm conviction, bhava. 6. I am the bliss filled with consciousness, unaffected by insentience. I am the bliss that is the changeless reality. I am the ignoranceless, immaculate bliss. I am the bliss which is illusionless and attributeless. I am the supreme bliss which manifests as the steadfast nature. I am the bliss that does not have even a trace of differentiation. I am the one supreme bliss, unbeset with impediments. Be happy in such easy conviction. Bhava. 7. I am the incomparable supreme bliss. I am the bliss that has no thought of existence or non-existence. I am the bliss without the triad of qualities. I am the bliss which is mysterious. I am the bliss devoid of name and form. I am the bliss that is of the indestructible good nature. I am the bliss that has not an atom of differentiation. Be happy in such extremely steadfast conviction. Bhava. 8. I am the bliss which is experienced unmixed. I am the bliss which is a result of action. I am the supreme bliss which is reached by diverse means. I am the bliss which is attained by devotion. I am all the bliss in the universe. I am the bliss that is beyond the reach of the mind. I am the shining, undivided, supreme bliss. Be happy in such continuous conviction. Bhava. I am the utmost enjoyable, supreme bliss. I am the bliss which exists as the awareness of reality. I am the bliss which has manifested as everything. I am the bliss which spreads as serenity. I am the bliss unaffected by any impurity. I am the attachmentless, free, supreme bliss. I am the undivided bliss, unaffected by egoity. Be happy in such helpful conviction. Bhava. 10. I am the bliss that shines blemishless. I am the bliss to be comprehended as markless. I am the bliss that spreads as the equanimous. I am the bliss that is established as the pure. I am the supreme bliss without sankalpa, concept, volition, fixed idea, or decision, or vikalpa, doubt, indecision, differentiation. I am the supreme bliss which is pervasive as all. I am the supreme bliss which is established as the taintless. Be ever happy in such easy conviction. Bhava. 11. I am the bliss that is revealed by knowledge. I am the bliss transcending knowledge. I am the bliss which is the truth without any illusions. I am the bliss which is difficult to comprehend. I am the bliss which has none of this duality. I am the bliss which is the one completely perfect fullness. I am the supreme bliss that is non-duality. Be happy ever in such conviction. Bhava. 12. I am the supreme bliss transcending delusions and such. I am the explanation of the great aphorisms, the Mahavakyas. I am the supreme bliss of the pure infinite consciousness. I am the bliss that has neither sorrow nor happiness nor any such thing. I am the bliss that is friendly. I am the unsurpassed, unparalleled bliss. I am the one supreme bliss with nothing to be discarded. Be happy in such non-dual conviction, bhava. 13. I am the bliss that has no origin or end. I am the bliss which is not different from the self. I am the bliss that has nothing of light or darkness. I am the supreme bliss which is spread out as subtle. I am the differenceless, perfectly full bliss. I am the supreme bliss which shines as the unfragmented Brahman. I am the supreme bliss which is decayless. Be happy in such non-dual conviction, bhava. 14. I am the bliss that is ever motionless. I am the supreme bliss attained by absorption in meditation. I am the supreme bliss which exists without bondage. I am the supreme bliss which is reached as the supreme abode. I am consciousness bliss which is devoid of thoughts. I am the bliss that is totally devoid of any appearances of this world. I am the endless, undivided, supreme bliss. Be happy in such conviction, bhava, with nothing separate. 15. I myself am the highly serene bliss. I myself am the bliss that is spread higher than the highest. I myself am the supreme bliss which is without duality. I myself am the supreme bliss which is the one whole. I myself am the bliss that is devoid of the mobile or the immobile. I myself am the bliss that is devoid of the world, the individual, and the supreme. I am the supreme bliss that is of a single nature. Be happy in such ceaseless conviction, bhava. 16. I myself am the supreme bliss which is of the nature of the indescribable. I myself am the bliss which is self-luminous. I myself am the bliss which is the difficult to attain fourth state. I myself am the bliss which transcends the fourth state. I am the bliss which has no afflictions. I myself am the bliss which transcends all. I am the one, limitless, supreme bliss. Be happy ever in such conviction, bhava. 17. I myself am the bliss that reveals itself as wonderful. I myself am the bliss which displays itself in variety. I myself am the bliss which arises as a mass. I myself am the bliss which exists taintless. I myself am the bliss which comes as the conquest of the mind. I myself am the bliss that is not comprehended by the mind. I am the supreme bliss that shines like the sun. Be happy always in such conviction, bhava. 18. I myself am the supreme bliss which shines as the truth. I myself am the unhindered supreme bliss, which is of the nature of that. I myself am the supreme bliss, which shines and is pure. I myself am the supreme bliss, which transcends happiness. I myself am the supreme bliss, which is without any defects. I myself am the supreme bliss, which is omnipresent. I am the supreme bliss, which is the undivided non-duality. Be happy in such daily conviction. Bhava. 19. Only one thing is of the nature of existence. Only one thing is of the nature of consciousness. Only one thing is of the nature of bliss. Only one thing is of the nature of the pure supreme. Only one thing is of the nature of the non-dual. Only one thing is of the nature of the undivided supreme. That one thing is the supreme Brahman, and that is myself. Become liberated by such conviction, bhava, of oneness. 20. Only one thing is of the nature of the motionless. Only one thing is of the nature of the imperishable. Only one thing is of the nature of the great. Only one thing is of the nature of the incomparable. Only one thing is of the nature that delights the mind. Only one thing is of the nature of complete quiescence. That one thing is the Supreme Brahman, and that is myself. Become liberated by such one-pointed conviction, bhava. Only one thing is of the nature that is egoless. Only one thing is of the nature that cannot be pointed out as this. Only one thing is of the nature that is without possessiveness. Only one thing is of the nature that is unequaled. Only one thing is of the nature that has nothing apart. Only one thing is of the nature that is omnipresent. That one thing is the Supreme Brahman, and that is myself. Become liberated by such non-dual conviction, bhava. 22. Only one thing is of the nature that is without desire. Only one thing is of the nature that is without anger. Only one thing is of the nature that is without greed. Only one thing is of the nature that is without enjoyment. Only one thing is of the nature that is without infatuation. Only one thing is of the nature that is without envy. This one thing is the Supreme Brahman, and that is myself. Become liberated by such non-dual conviction, bhava. 23. I indeed am of the nature that is ever without a body. I indeed am of the nature that is a mass of existence, consciousness, bliss. I indeed am of the nature that is the bondageless Supreme Brahman. I indeed am of the nature that is not touched by the bondage of the birth and death cycle. I indeed am of the nature that is without mind and such others. I indeed am of the nature of the Supreme, which is infinite consciousness. I am of the nature of the Supreme, which is limitless. Become liberated by such daily conviction, bhava. 24. I am indeed of the nature of the eternal Supreme Brahman. I am indeed of the nature of the blemishless Brahman. I am indeed of the nature of Brahman, which is the truth. I am indeed of the nature of the peaceful Brahman. I am indeed of the nature of the pure, supreme Brahman. I am indeed of the nature of the Supreme Brahman, which is a mass of bliss. I am of the nature of the non-dual Brahman. Become liberated by such constant conviction, bhava. 25. I am indeed the complete, perfectly full Brahman. I am indeed the Brahman, which is the highest. I am indeed Brahman, without any of the least division. I am indeed the one perfectly full Brahman. I am indeed Brahman, which is all consciousness. I am indeed Brahman, without any world or individuals, jivas, or the Supreme, Para. I am the Supreme, which is a mass of eternal bliss. Become liberated by such doubtless conviction, Bhava. 26. Even if one does not have the capacity to be of such conviction, Bhava, by untiringly reading aloud in sonorous sounds the subject of the undivided Supreme, the mind will become perfectly one-pointed, and the conviction, bhava, of being consciousness alone will grow, whereby the knowledge of the endless undivided Supreme will arise. One can thereby attain the undivided state of liberation. 27. By such conviction, bhava, liberation will come quickly. By learning, liberation will come gradually. Hence, if the seekers after liberation want to attain undivided supreme liberation quickly, they should resort to the continuous practice of the sanctified conviction, bhava, and truly practice this for a length of time. They who are incapable of attaining this by conviction, bhava alone, should read this aloud. 28. The past impressions of differentiation over a long period of time, that I am the body and all the world is permanent, can be destroyed only by the practice of steeping oneself in the undivided conviction, bhava, and cannot be easily eliminated by stray thoughts of steadfastness in the One Supreme. Hence, one should train oneself ceaselessly in the conviction of the undivided Brahman. 29. Hence, my son, you should ever be of the uninterrupted, divisionless conviction, bhava, of Brahman. If this is not possible, read aloud the declaration, I am Brahman, I am all, without any ideas of difference. Attaining knowledge thereby, you will become liberated from the tentacles of transmigration. This is certain. Do not have an atom of doubt about this. Is there any doubt about what our Lord Ishvara has said? 30. Prompted by love, I have told you Nidaga, in the manner the Supreme Lord Ishvara expounded to me earlier, so that all the seekers after liberation may recognize this subject of great importance, that all the world is the Supreme Brahman, which is the undivided, unattached Supreme Bliss, and that am I, and attain the state of liberation immediately. Whoever hears and understands this thoroughly, even once, shall himself become the Supreme. 31. Some undisciplined ignorants say that due to multifarious causes, such as time, all the world will arise as an effect. Their arguments are entirely wrong. By the power of the Supreme Shiva, the ultimate refuge, All is a superimposition on the substratum, the Supreme Shiva. Even that superimposition also is realized to be the undivided Supreme Shiva if one inquires into the truth. 32. If tested by the Vedas, by reasoning, and by experience, the illusory world, the individual, and the Supreme are all only of the nature of the Supreme Brahman, the substratum of existence, and nothing else different. Noble soul, whatever is said here is all the truth. Thus did rIBHU clearly explain to Nidaga about the unparalleled Supreme Brahman. 33. It is the infinite form of our Lord in a state of joyous dance that says, all is the unattached Absolute, which is existence, consciousness, bliss. And the supreme liberation can be attained by the differenceless conviction, bhava, that the non-dual Absolute is always I. That's the end of chapter 24. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.